We got the springs, the retainer, and now we have the valve. They definitely have some carbon buildup. The seat doesn't look horribly bad either. You know, if I start pulling all these valves, I need to find like a cardboard box or something so I can keep track of them. Because you always want to put them back where they came from. I don't know, I'm debating on buying new valves. Because you can get a set of like the factory OE valves for like 50 bucks. So I started taking the valves out. And I've got this tool, it works really well. And I spent like probably 20 minutes trying to clean this off with this brass wire bit for my Dremel. I bought like a whole bag of them on Amazon. It was like 10 bucks. But as you could see, it didn't really clean them real well. I mean, it's better than what it was. I've got one or two of them over here soaking. This is the intake. Is that the intake? This is the exhaust valve. Come on, focus. And it's not really coming clean. Stay focused. There we go. So I don't know if I should just not worry too much about it. And I mean, it's clean. It's cleaner than what it was. But you can see right there where a piece of the carbon had broke off. But the rest of it just will not break off. For 50 bucks, I can get brand new valves. So I've thought about doing that, but I am the king of budget. So I'm really thinking about just cleaning them up the best I can and just putting it back together. I am definitely going to get this decked or resurfaced. I still got all the valves to do though, and I'm not going to record it just because it's, you know, it's boring as fuck. But I'm going to try different ways to clean it. I watched a couple videos on YouTube, but I feel like the valves on the videos weren't nearly as bad as the ones in this head. I mean, this thing has 200,000 miles on it, and it's never been cleaned before. These are the original valves, 200,000 miles worth of carbon buildup. I mean, it's so black in there. Also, I'm going to pull this block out and tear it down, and I think I'm just going to rebuild it. Just because my wife is out of work for like the next probably 2 or 3 weeks. Well, she's working from home now, and so I can build that motor, pull her motor, and then put the new built motor inside that car, inside her CRV. And I'm just going to build it stock just because this CRV is going to be the B20b 5-speed all-wheel drive. And then I'm going to pull all the JDM goodies off of that and put it on this one. And then that one will be my daughter's car. But yeah, this is a pain in the ass. I literally spent 20 minutes. 20 minutes on that, and it still looks like shit. It seems like all I did was make the carbon shine. Once I get past this, I'll make a video on pulling the block and the transmission, obviously. And the reason this CRV is parked is because the transmission crapped out. Something happened to it where I think the front diff is broke, but it was driving from the rear only, and so it made that loud squealing sound all the time, constantly. So I pulled the drive shaft off and the front would not pull. So I think the front diff and this transmission is broke. But I have a whole nother 5-speed all-wheel drive CRV transmission, which is good, I think. So I'm definitely going to take this casing off and check it out and clean it up, make sure it's good. I might replace bearings and shit. But I may even take parts from that transmission and swap them into this transmission if these parts are good and that one's bad, or if these parts are bad and that one's good. This has got to be the most time-consuming thing ever. Keepers. 5 more to go. There's fucking mouse poop in there. It's fucking gross. You know, if I don't have the Corona now, I'll definitely get it. Alright, we finally got all of our valves done. We got the exhaust side, the intake side, and this side is the front. This is the back. I cannot forget that. I think I got a marker somewhere. Alright, we got front, back. But we got all these pulled out. Next, we're going to clean them all, which is going to take time, and I'm going to soak them or clean them. I'm going to have to go to the hardware store. There's something called, I don't know, carb. It's not carb cleaner. It's something. I forget what it is, but it's made to get carbon off of metal. So I'm going to have to find that shit. And I want to get some Scotch-Brite pads. I'm going to try the way I watched. So I watched this video and they use Scotch-Brite pads and this, I forget what it's called now. It's like it's a type of carb cleaner, but it's carbon cleaner. So I'm gonna get that and soak them all, and then use this. Put the valve in the drill and just let it spin. Get in there while I hold the piece of Scotch-Brite on it to try to clean it. Because what I'm doing right now is I got these Scotch-Brite Dremel bits that aren't working. We got these things. They're not working. It seems like all they're doing is polishing the carbon. I mean, they're getting it a little bit, but they're just making the carbon shiny. So that's the update of the B20 head. I've also bought what do you call it? The valve seat cutter, and that is on its way. So I'm gonna try to freshen this up, and then obviously try to clean all this carbon up, and I'm gonna try to clean the head up as the best I can so I don't have to have it hot tanked, and all I want to do is get it resurfaced, because you know this is budget Honda builders and I want to stay as cheap as possible. I thought about replacing the valves, but I mean it's $50 to replace all the valves, but fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. I'm just gonna clean them the best I can and put them back in. Well, I've pretty much got one clean. I mean, it's pretty damn clean. I'm pretty happy about that. But then obviously I got that one, and that one. And then I want to clean in there real good, but I can't really see because it's dark, so I'll probably get these cleaned up good during the daytime. But for the most part, they look pretty damn good. What is that? It's like tar.